Is there another choice in this election? Not to me. I mean, it's only one logical, sane choice, and that's Beto O'Rourke. Soto is about 70% African American. We want to make sure that African American issues were heard.
Our democracy and the right to vote is under attack.
Criminal justice and the incarceration rate.
Texas imprisons more of its own people than any other state in the union. Disproportionately, it will be black and brown Texans.
Along with issues like health care.
Expanding Medicaid so everybody can see a doctor.
And schools.
World-class public schools.
Minimum wage being raised.
Paid a living wage so they don't have to work a second or a third job.
Looking at our senior adults. Now, I can't tell people who to vote for because of who I am and where I am, but I can, as a citizen, tell you who I'm voting for. And I'm 100% Beto O'Rourke. Now, looking at what we've been through, I mean, you can't keep your lights on in one of the largest states.
700 people lost their lives last February.
I mean, come on. You want to control women's bodies, but you can't even control the power. Help me out. Who wants to go through that nonsense over again and it be emboldened if you had a chance to win again? So no, there's only one choice. It is nobody but Beto O'Rourke.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, click the link below.